South Florida community leaders came together on Wednesday, June 26th. Their purpose to educate the public and other stakeholders about the value of community land trusts, or CLTs. These business and civic policymakers from the national, state, and local level joined forces to discuss the benefits for financial institutions, and particularly lenders, about the lending possibilities offered and offering examples of successful programs that have provided affordable homeownership opportunities to low-income and minority households.
This really is a forum for lenders to get lenders in the community comfortable with the community land trust model, and from my point of view, excited about the community land trust model, because if I were a lender, I would feel like, well, I mean, what other loan could I make that comes with, as I like to say, a guardian angel, with a nonprofit, community-based organization that has a vested interest in making sure that that loan does not go into default.
We are currently, we've got almost 60 homes now that we'll have completed by the end of the year, and we're working to make sure that we're moving in quality families that really need the housing.
From a business standpoint, Mandy, who are you looking to partner with?
Well, today we're actually here for the lender forum. We're targeting different banks that we can partner with. Particularly our home buyers have been challenged in the past few years with being able to actually get a mortgage. And so that's why community land trusts have really become a viable option. It's not only more affordable today, but it's also more affordable for future generations. So we're really trying to target and find some lending partners to offer those loans to our buyers.
Both on a local and state level, what are the greatest challenges that face community land trusts today?
Well, on a local, state, and actually national level, one of the biggest challenges is finding lenders, banks, who are willing to work with partner with the CLTs. And usually it's because they don't really understand the model. But once they understand it, and today's event is really designed to do that, they realize that it's a great deal. They get borrowers who are ready, who are income qualified, and then who get support in the years after, during the time that they own the home. And so the foreclosure rate for CLT homes is a fraction of the national foreclosure rate because of that support.
Does the program speak for itself in terms of incentivizing these lending institutions and big banks to participate?
Well, I guess probably that's one of our biggest challenges, is to try to educate lenders and the broader community about the model so that they understand that that one-time investment of public funds is used over and over and over again. And I think that that's something that we don't do a good enough job explaining.
As these business and community leaders are explaining today, in a community land trust, the land is owned and preserved by the community, and the home buyer owns the home, including the building and all the improvements that are made to the land. Through shared appreciation, community land trusts allow residents to build equity while they preserve affordability, something very important for these deserving families. It also gives residents the ability to pass on the same opportunity that they received to the next household, which ensures that the housing remains affordable for future generations. One of the most crucial elements of putting these CLT programs and projects together is financial institutions and specifically lenders. What brings you to this event?
Well, as a community reinvestment officer for Florida Community Bank, we are very passionate of making sure that we provide affordable housing opportunities to the residents in the communities that we serve, especially low to moderate income people. And this program with the CLT actually is a win-win for not only banks to give the opportunity of affordable housing for safe, decent opportunities, but also the banks are required to make sure that we are reinvesting and giving people the opportunity for home ownership.
What the CLT does is say, we're going to work with you as a homeowner because we own the land underneath your home. We're going to provide whatever assistance you may need. It's not about running people's lives, but it's about just making sure that if they end up getting into a situation where they could use some assistance, those resources are made available. And one of the outcomes of that, and as we've been talking about in this meeting with in the Lenders Forum today, is the result of that process is, and we can demonstrate that over time, our loans, the mortgage loans that CLT homebuyers get, dramatically outperform what's happening in the conventional market because of this backstopping that the community land trust provides. So for example, in 2010, just to quote one of the statistics, the nationwide foreclosure rate, according to the Mortgage Bankers Association, was 4.6%. In the CLT world, it was literally 1/10 of that. So they end up becoming these really safe and secure loans at the same time that the CLT is preserving affordability and making sure that this opportunity works for other folks going forward.
I tried to find a home for about 2 years before I got involved with Delray Beach Land Trust. It was a complicated and tough process because homes are expensive. And I have a good job, I have a college education, but I couldn't afford anything. If it wasn't for the land trust, I wouldn't be a homeowner. That's for sure.
For the last 8-9 months, you've been working with the CLT. What's your experience been like up till this point?
Pretty awesome. More knowledgeable now than what I was before. As a point of, for any first-time home buyer programs that tell you the pros and cons and whatnot and things to look out for and not getting sucked into bad mortgages, helping you out with your credit if need be. It's a really awesome program.
And the only thing that's missing right now is a lender.
Yes, sir.
Marcia, tell me, what do you think the best thing that came out of this event today?
Today, the best event, the best outcome has been more understanding of the CLT module by the banks. I know already we have 3 that have said, we're in, count on us. The home buyers, at the end of the day, for me, that's who's important, the home buyers. And it is going to mean a difference for families. It's going to mean a difference in communities, not just in this generation, but in generations to come, something that we don't often get to do.
As both the beneficiaries of community land trusts and their benefactors and stakeholders have discovered today, CLTs are an idea whose time has long come to the Sunshine State. For Eyes on News, I'm Cliff Dunn reporting.